How do you do? Just got to play around with this new camera angle. I guess you weren't expecting a video from me today. It's been a while since I've done a shaving video, maybe 2-3 months. Probably closer to 3 months. So it's time to get around to it. Got a few things to show you. I've got something really interesting to show you. It's going to be totally out of left field. It is a beach find, and it's just amazing. So stick around and I'll pop that up and show you somewhere during the shave. So today I've been shaving with this and realised I'm pretty sure I have not done a shave video. So it's Declaration Grooming La Petite Prairie. Wonderful scent, and also comes with their splash. Very good soap. So I have used this at least once or twice already, but I didn't realise I hadn't done a video on it. Also, we have this bad boy, and I'm going to show you something completely new today and a whole different style. So this is a Pomco razor from Chicago, I imagine. It says Chicago, but you just assume it's from the States. Oh, Germany. How does it get Chicago? Is there Chicago in Germany? Anyway, obviously I highly doubt that it's original with it. But it's a hefty razor. And it's a slant. And I don't think I've shaved with a slant before, so I was looking back over some of my videos, let's do something new and do a new soap and maybe crack out a new razor I haven't used before, and I thought, why not? So I had to hunt for it, and I finally found it. Probably one of the last boxes that's got anything left in it that I haven't fully unpacked yet. So we'll roll with, what have we got here in this blade? Pull it out. It's a Schick, one of my favourite Schicks. So let's just, I'm not sure if this is a 2-piece or 3-piece. Feels like it's 2-piece. It is. So let's pop that blade in there. Let's do this as going in there. Let's just turn it over. So this is going to be a very interesting shave. Looking forward to it. All right, I'll be back. Rightio. There we go. So that's mixed up really well. Got my scuttle here. This was made, I believe, in Czechoslovakia. Oh, beautiful scuttle. And been using it a few times during winter. The thing I found with scuttles, whatever you do with scuttles, buy the large one. Trust me. Medium is just big enough, but large, it's going to be better, especially if you've got a big knot. I've got another one that's a bit smaller than this from a producer in England. Lovely scuttle, nothing wrong with it. And I think that was a medium, and it's just a bit too small. And if you've got a big 26-inch knot, which this isn't, thankfully, it's too small. It is just too small. Making a mess everywhere. But it's just me at the moment. The missus is down, and she lives in Adelaide during the week and drives down to Stinkston on the weekends, where she chillaxes. Hope you've all been well. This is a good lather. I haven't shaved for about a week, and so when you got a whiskers that are that old, perfect for face lathering. Ah, that's good enough. Rightio, let's see what happens. Maybe I should have read up on the best technique for a slant. Here we go. So I think you've all been well. Thanks for sticking around. Very slow period in my life for my channel. So I appreciate everyone who has been commenting and watching my unboxing videos. Still more to come. Last week I just didn't get around to it, to uploading the next one. Hopefully I'll do that either tomorrow night or next week. Been working a lot. When I thought I wasn't going to be working, people got sick. So I picked up extra hours, which, I was pretty thankful. I'm down to about 20 hours a week at the moment. And I can't go any lower than that for hours. Otherwise I can't really survive. Well, I can, but I'll just be living on fruit, nuts and vegetables. There needs a bit of meat and alcohol as well. Just don't want to get too far down so I'm not shaving. I'm not in the camera. My camera's mounted on the mirror here, so it's got this mirror mounted suction cap thing. So I have really been enjoying the country life. A few little things you got to get used to. There's not a lot. The amount of the variety and the amount of shops and restaurants and cafes. There's not much at all. And if they are, you've got to travel to them. And just the closing times and opening times, mainly the closing times. So a lot of people, if they are open on the weekends, it's only in Saturday morning and that's it, 11:30 they're closed. Or they're not open at all. Or if you want to go pick up some takeaway or go to eat at one of the local pubs, don't get there after 7. you could miss out. Like the pubs, 7:30, but other takeaway, it's like 7. That's it. Well, I'm pretty happy with the first pass of this razor. So let's see how we go against the grain. So I've been doing a lot of beach walking. And I've got an app, Strava, which I'm sure some of you out there may actually have on your phone. And so I've just been recording how far I've been walking, I should say, each time I go down the beach. And so last month they have these little challenges there. They're pretty basic. And for July it was walk 50k. So I walked about 55 and a half or close to 60. And I'm doing it again for August. I imagine it's going to be a monthly thing. But I've been walking along a beach that really people don't walk along. You got to climb over these rocks at this certain junction where there's a drain that allows water from the land to flow out into the sea, and it's just sort of away from where all the housing, the shacks, houses, whatever you like, they're both that. So people don't really walk it. Or they might walk a bit of it and then they turn around. So, but I have been walking a lot further along there. It was interesting when I first started walking that stretch of beach, and even four-wheel drives can't access that part of the beach at the moment. And the other week, earlier in July, I'm walking along and noticing these dog tracks in the sand, and I was sort of following them loosely. I just walk and they just seem to be down in front of me. I've been walking for some time, a good half an hour or 3/4 of an hour, and then I realised there was no human prints with the dog tracks. I'm thinking, hang on, what's going on here, So at the time I'm just thinking, well, maybe the human was walking down near the water's edge and the water of the tides just washed away their footprint. And I thought, oh, maybe it's just a feral dog, a wild dog, or a fox. So the other day, I was down where that drain outlet was with my missus, and I was looking down that section of beach, and I saw a fox run along the beach and then go up the embankment. So, fox tracks. Okay, I'm going to give you the surprise reveal. This is what I found down the beach last week, about a week, early last week. Check this out. This is just under 7 kg. Bit fell off. That's one side of it. Here's the other. What do you reckon? I'm pretty certain this is bone. Have a listen. I thought maybe it's wood, maybe those holes there were for rope. I'll put it down. I think it's a whale vertebrae. I've gone online, I've seen some photos online, and I'm pretty sure it is. I had to walk for at least a kilometre with it. 7 kg, after a while that 7 kg starts getting heavy and the arms start aching. I had it up against my chest to make it as easy as possible, and then I got halfway to where that drain thing is, the catchment area, whatever you like to call it. And so I stashed it there because it was a track that come right up to that. And so I walked down the track and checked out to make sure my car, because my car is just a sedan, a front-wheel drive Mitsubishi Magna. Make sure it could drive down this track, and yeah, it was no probs. So we got the Magna and drove back and put it in the back seat and come home. I'll let you have one more look. So I reckon vertebrae. Off a big whale. There's that other hole. But give me your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think it is. I reckon it's vertebrae. So a few weeks back we had a couple of days of cracking storms. You know, living just near the water, like really I am real close to the water, and the wind that was coming off it, it was just huge. Thankfully, this house is way more solid than I thought it ever would be. It just, you know, these storms at night, they hit hard, and you lay there and you're hearing all this noise, and you lie there and you're thinking, is any of this noise from the house? And thankfully, there's no house noise at all, so we won't get blown away in a storm, thankfully. Some of the old shacks along here, you just see them and you wonder, how are you still standing? Chatting with a fella in the bottle shop after those storms, and he said he had lived up in Darwin, it's up northern Australia. For all my international viewers, And they get a lot of cyclones, which I think they're hurricanes, but they're called different things in different hemispheres. And he was saying when they hit, he said he had to walk around the house. I imagine this is the same in America with your tornadoes and things like that. He said you had to open windows around the house to keep the air pressure neutral or something like that, so it just didn't pop out your windows and things like that. That'd be amazing, like, to experience. I don't know how you judge that air pressure thing. Maybe it's something you feel. Maybe it's the sound, the feeling. Maybe your eardrums sort of block up so you know. I don't know. Well, that was a really nice shave. This slant anyway is pretty good. Wasn't aggressive at all. Like at least a 5-day growth. Maybe 6. I don't think it was 7. What's today, Wednesday? No, I reckon I shaved last Thursday. Maybe it is 6 days. Maybe it was Friday I shaved. Look, I can't remember. But it was 5 or plus. So it had, especially on the first pass, it had a lot of growth to get through. And it did just cruise through it real easy. It was a little unusual, not real unusual, just a little bit. But as I said, it wasn't aggressive. The angle on the cap, it gave, when it went up against your face, it really sat in a real nice sweet spot where you weren't prone to cutting yourself. I noticed this when I was going against the grain, not when I was going with. When I was doing the second and third pass, especially the second, there was just this really nice sweet spot where it just sits perfect on your face, and the blade's just at the right angle. I can't remember what I paid for this. I probably bought it at least a year ago, and this is the first time I've shaved with it. And so Pomco, Chicago, Germany, whatever it is, if you can get hold of one and it doesn't bust your budget, or you get it at what you think is a good price, and hopefully you can pick one up for under 100. Go for it. I reckon the handle is silver. I doubt it. I don't think it's aluminium. I'm pretty sure I reckon that looks like a silver plate, and that's definitely nickel or chrome. Lovely shave, absolutely amazing shave. Yeah, grab one. So, just go through the scent profile of the Lapite Prairie. Got the old cheat sheets. Write it out large, so I don't need my glasses. So the scent notes are, and this is in their order: vetiver, citrus, geranium, carnation, pineapple, rhubarb, rosemary, and Szechuan pepper. Now, I've given this a really good sniff, and this does smell delightful. So, to give it a real basic rundown, it's a darker, smokier type scent. And the scents that I'm finding, you may sniff this and go, oh no, Doug, I smelt the other things. But I'm definitely finding the vetiver. Not sure about the citrus, maybe a little bit of citrus. Geranium. There is geranium there. Carnation, I've got no idea what that smells like, and so I don't know if it's there or not. Pineapple, not sure. Once again, that could just be that little bit of citrus. Rhubarb, I know what rhubarb is, not real sure on how it smells. Rosemary, definitely rosemary. And the Szechuan pepper, yeah, I believe there is a bit of pepper right at the end of it, of the scent note. So if you're looking for a perfume, and not an aftershave, a cologne perfume, whatever you like to call them, Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver will absolutely match this, almost all down, right down to the last T. I know there's a new Tom Ford Grey Vetiver out, a puff far much stronger than the original one, which I have. So I haven't smelled that, but I want to get it, to be honest with you. So that's what it, if you're looking for a match to go with this, that's the perfume you want to find. Fortunately, it's Tom Ford. That means it's going to cost you a few more bucks. But he does do quality product. What else can I say about the soap? The soap is just A-grade soap, Declaration Grooming. All you gents out there that have used Declaration Grooming soaps know what I'm talking about. You saw the lather. It was excellent lather, wonderful lather. Had great length on my face. It was creamy. It wasn't foamy. The bubbles quickly disappeared. Like I thought at first, oh no, I've put too much water in there. I kept working it and bang, it didn't take a lot of work, and then the bubbles left it, and the creaminess built up, and it felt really great putting on your face. Slickness is there, and if you're unsure what I mean by slickness, this is my definition, and I'm pretty sure Uncle Earl thinks the same. Is when you just, you've done your pass and you splash a bit of water on, you go, I need to just touch up here and there. If it's still nice and slick, like a soapy, oily sort of finish, that's slickness. That's how I judge slickness. And your top of the range soaps will have that. Now, there's some soaps out there that are very good soaps, get a really great lather from it, but that slickness feels watery. It feels like I've got water on my face. So they're not quite making the grade. I'm not going to name names because there are some very popular soaps out there that are like that. So if you haven't bought from Declaration Grooming, just feel confident buying it. Just they've got quite a few in their stable. Just find a scent that you really like, and if you really like vetiver, get on board. Apparently it's named after the prairies and farmland that became South St. Louis, so that's their inspiration for the scent. So let's get on the splash. Now, I actually used this the other day, and I really like the end piece in there. It lets it dribble out. There's some that the hole's too wide and you pours out quickly, unexpectedly. Dries off so fast. Pretty sure there is alcohol in there. Yep. Felt so good, I need some more. I didn't really get any sting at all, and that's because the shave I had was magnificent. No real little nicks at all. Well, there was no blood. When you find blades that agree with your face, stick with them. And you know me, I'm a vintage shave guy, vintage razors, vintage blades, and those shicks, vintage shicks made in Holland, for me personally, can't get enough of it, can't recommend them highly enough. And if you find some out there and you like them too, just stick with them. Well, that just smells nice. So I've got no one to show off to, so I'm going to go get some fish and chips and have a couple of beers with that, and see if there's any of the Women's World Cup on TV. If not, just might look at some YouTube videos. Okay, thanks for sticking around. 45 minutes, I've got to edit this right down so it's not too long. The bone, is it a fossil? Is it a dinosaur fossil? Is it a whale fossil? Is it just a whale bone? Is it something from a jetty? It's just wood, it's had ropes go through it. Tell me your thoughts, I'm dead interested. Okay, people, enjoy the rest of your week, hump day, wherever you may be, and hang in there. Weekend is almost upon us. Ciao.